sustainable development. Have you ever stopped to think about the meaning of the word progress? Roads, cities, machines, and many other things that are yet to come and that we cannot imagine. The current model of economic growth generated huge imbalance. If on the one hand there has never been so much health in the world, on the other hand poverty, environmental degradation and the pollution are increasing day after day. It was before this finding that the sustainable development appeared, which aims to reconcile economic development with environmental preservation and life quality of the populations. Sustainable development seeks to meet the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It means to enable people, now and in future, to achieve a satisfactory level of social and economic development and human and cultural fulfillment, doing at the same time a reasonable use of the earth resources and preserving species and natural habitats. Brundtland Report. Confused?
This idea can be summed up in a phrase: balance between technology and environment in pursuit of social equality. What is the difference between growth and development? Growth does not necessarily lead to justice and social equality. It does not consider any other aspect of quality of life beyond accumulation of wealth. The development aims at generating wealth in order to distribute it by improving the quality of life of all population. The model of sustainable development should work as a closed system, which is based on the following premises: dependence of continuous external supply of solar energy, rational use of energy and metals, privileging the conservation instead of the production waste, pollution control, reducing the waste production which is absorbed by the environment, promotion of recycling and reuse of materials, control of population growth with prospects of population stabilization, spatial planning, management of human interaction, countryside, consists in planning the occupation, in maximizing the use of existing infrastructure and ensure the preservation of natural resources. Currently, one of the problems faced by societies in more developed countries is the large increase in the production of waste.
Today, the 3R slogan is Reduce, Reuse and Recycle. Recycling is a form of waste recovery in which we recover or regenerate the various materials to produce new products. This process of waste treatment serves a special outlet, not only for saving natural resources, but also for the reduction of pollutants responsible for many of the negative impacts that occur in the environment. The use of raw materials resulting from the recycling process allows the promotion of a rational management of natural resources. Energy source can be divided into many groups: renewable and non-renewable. Source of non-renewable energy. Those whose reserves are limited. The rate of its consumption is much higher than the rate of the formation of this type of resource. Fossil fuels, oil, coal and natural gas are examples of sources of non-renewable energy. They take millions of years to form, yet they are the main energy source of the populations. Renewable energy, the one that is obtained from natural sources and which are able to regenerate. Therefore, they are virtually endless. Renewable sources of energy are considered alternative energy to traditional energy model, both for its availability and the guarantee of a small environmental impact.
Wind power is one of renewable energy sources that is more friendly to the environment. This energy is obtained by wind. This is through kinetic energy generated by air currents. Wind power has been used since antiquity ancient times to move sailing boats or windmills. It is a kind of green energy. The solar energy is obtained from sunlight. It is a source of life and the origin of most other forms of energy on Earth. Each year, the solar radiation brought to Earth takes the energy equivalent to several thousand times the energy consumed by humanity. Through a solar collector, the energy can be transformed into thermal energy. The solar collectors concentrate the solar radiation, increasing the temperature in the receiver. Using solar panels, light energy can be converted into electrical energy. One of the most important advantages of the panels is that they allow the generation of energy in the same place of consumption. This can lead us to the distribution of power-generated systems, eliminating almost completely the loss associated with the transport, which now represent about 40% of the total. The hydroelectric power is produced in dams built in rivers, for example, the dam of Alqueva, Alentejo. The hydroelectric power stations use the river's energy to make run a turbine that drives an electric generator. Other examples of renewable energy: biomass and biofuel, tidal energy, seas and oceans, and finally geothermal energy, that is the heat from the earth.
Curiosities. In the Amazon rainforest, an area of forest equivalent to around 8,600 football stadiums is destroyed every day. It represents 154,000 trees per hour. The scientists predict that, in 2050, more than 45% of the world population will not have enough water to live. Fresh water corresponds only to 2.4% of all water of the world, and only 0.02% of this water is available to be consumed. The melting of polar ice is 3 times faster than in the 80s. The rise of 1 meter of the water level of the sea exposes 145 million of people to floods. Don't compromise the future. Collaborate with the world. Say no to cigarette butts. It takes 10 years to decompose. Many animals that accidentally eat them die. Isn't it time to stop smoking? Use both sides of a sheet and recycle. The paper requires an amazing amount of wood and energy to be produced. Use less stapler. If 10 million workers wear less one staple a day, that would save about 100 tons of steel per year. Strip the charger if you are not using it. If 10% of owners of mobile phones in the world did that, the energy saved would be equivalent to that used by 60,000 European homes. Help by planting a tree. Trees clean the air and produce oxygen. A tree can absorb up to 360 pounds of CO2 per year. Avoid using the car. The use of 1 liter of gasoline produces about 2.4 pounds of CO2. Recycled soda cans. A television can work 3 hours with the energy saved from recycling just one can